everyone. I'm sorry that I am a minute late. I had to stop and go get my shambong so we could celebrate Amy properly, because I don't know if y'all saw Amy already in the chat. Amy said, getting divorced officially this Friday, getting my maiden name back, and beginning a new life at 49. And Amy, I am so freaking excited for you because this sounds like a very positive thing. I'm excited that you're beginning a new chapter at 49. I'm so pumped for you. I'm so happy that you're sharing this with the House of Hill. So Amy, I had to do a little shambong just to celebrate you, because right before I was getting ready to go live, I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, we got to celebrate Amy. We got to. So cheers, my love. And now you guys know that it's going to be a good happy hour hang. It's going to be a good happy hour hang whenever we start off, obviously, with a freaking shambong. You guys, we have so much to get into on this happy hour hang. I have a Diddy update for you guys. We also were going to talk about Kristin Cavallari because she hard launched a new relationship and I need to know your guys' thoughts about it as well. We also were going to talk about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. We're going to talk about Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. We're also going to talk about this wild story about Noah Cyrus and Tish Cyrus. There's a new report out there, you guys, about Tish Cyrus stealing her current man from Noah. Let me say that again. A mother stealing her current husband from her daughter. Absolutely freaking wild. Then obviously we're going to talk a little bit about Ariana Grande. We're also going to talk about Tristan Thompson. He's getting dragged. He's being called a hypocrite, so you know I have to fill you in. Also, you guys, we're going to talk about Bianca Censori and Kanye West. Apparently, Bianca's dad, this is a report coming from the Daily Mail, has reached his final straw. The outfit that Bianca was recently spotted in Paris was like, the dad can't handle it anymore. He allegedly wants to confront Kanye. Then we're going to get into this Bieber tea because Hailey's dad posted the most interesting thing, you guys, on his Instagram story. And the way it is fueling divorce rumors, even in my opinion, like I normally see stuff that fans are talking about and a lot of times I'm like, I don't know, that feels like a little bit of a stretch. You guys know I always say it feels like your arm is reaching out of the socket. But what he posted, you guys, I'm not going to lie, is a little sus. It's a little weird. So we're going to talk about that. And then we have so much Taylor Swift tea to get into. I have an update on the paparazzi situation with her dad. We're going to talk about how she's changed Travis for the better. Also, another funny tidbit that is from Coach Andy Reid, something he shared about Taylor Swift as well. And then we're also going to talk, I was like, there's one other piece of Tayvis tea that I know is on the rundown. Also, Travis Kelce's dad is like kind of beefing with Bethany Frankel because he's defending Tayvis and we love to see it. So we're also going to talk about that. So it is a very, very full happy hour hang. I see Autumn. Hey, Madison, did you see the interview with Ariana Grande on the Zach Sang show? It was kind of weird. Like she was dancing around the questions asked. Autumn, did I see the Ariana Grande interview on the Zach Sang show? Of course I did. And y'all already know that is what we are going to be discussing when it comes to the Ariana part of today's happy hour hang. Because Autumn, not only was she dancing around the questions about Ethan Slater, but she also made comments about heartbreak, and she didn't address Dalton Gomez by name, but definitely referenced going through the divorce and going through a hard time. But I completely agree with you, Autumn. She was really dancing around the questions, and I have to hand it to Zach Sang because he really, the way he was asking things, it was like he was insinuating things about Ethan Slater without coming out and saying it, which, you know, obviously I'm sure some people are going to be like, just come out and ask her the question, but he knew he probably couldn't do that. So I feel like he did the best that he could with the answers that she was giving. But we're definitely going to get into that. We're definitely going to talk a lot about Ari. I want to shout out Tamra. Tamra said, hey, Madison, I'm here at the gym again, trying to get that summer body in check. I'm here. Tamra, you and me both, girl. You guys, I have decided I've really got to get on a health kick. I was talking to Mama Hill and my sister last night, and I realized that the last time I seriously focused on my health, this is embarrassing to say, is like the first year that I moved to LA. Since then, I feel like health has been number 3 and 4 on the list of priorities. Not necessarily in a bad way. Like, I've always tried my best to, eat well and exercise when I can. But I feel like in regards to just not prioritizing it, not focusing on it, it's really been several years since I switched those habits around. So I have decided, I'm like, I've got to get it together. I've got to focus on it. So Tamara, I'm with you. I feel like I just need to heal everything. I need to heal the gut issues. I need to heal my allergies. I need to heal all of the freaking things. And also, if I can get a little more snatched in the process, I would love that. I would love that because I really have been enjoying myself a lot. I remember everyone said, turning 30, it's going to be the best year ever. And it was. I traveled a lot. I had a lot of fun. But with traveling and having fun, obviously comes with not prioritizing your health. So before 31, we're going to start prioritizing that health, you guys. Lex said, you've had a lot going on, girly. You'll get back on the health train soon. Lex, thank you for making me feel better. Because that's kind of how you guys know, well, maybe not a lot of people are like this, but for me, whenever real life stressors start happening, the last thing I'm gonna go do is go to the gym. Like when real life is going on and I need to be there for friends and family, gym's going to the bottom of the list. And that's not necessarily good or bad. That's just how I personally operate. Like if I've had a lot going on, you're right. And that's just because my priorities were elsewhere. But I've got to figure out how to keep all of that and balance also working on the health and working on the fitness. You know what I mean? I did go down to the gym today to watch Love is Blind. So I did catch up on that. Has anyone else caught up on the new episodes? Also, I want to shout out Jenny. Jenny said, I'm just new on here. I'm very shy. Jenny, first of all, hi. Welcome to the House of Hill. Also, Jenny, I think you'll find that you have just found the most positive, fun community on YouTube. And so I hope that you will feel comfortable sharing your thoughts and feelings here in the House of Hill and also feel like you got a community behind you that will help you feel less shy because Jenny, we welcome you and we're happy that you're here. I also saw Sophie, my first live, watching from Denmark. The kids are asleep and I'm knitting and getting the tea. Sophie, that sounds like the perfect scenario. Also, hi, all the way to Denmark. That's incredible. But I love that you're knitting and getting the tea at the same time. Cousin, who you guys know cousins sometimes in the chat, and she also knits. So I'm always so freaking jealous of anyone who knows how to knit because I wish I freaking knew how. Honestly, I'm so jealous. Carrie said live. Really? I'm never live. Carrie, you're live. You're live, girly. You are here in real freaking time. So welcome. I'm so happy you made it. Cass, my dad is back in the hospital. Prayers to him or well wishes, please. I really need this happy hour today. Sis is off her meds because all of this. So now I'm worried about both of them. Love you all. Cass, prayers, positive vibes, hugs, love, all the things are going out to you and your family right now. That is so incredibly stressful. I am so sorry you're going through that. And I will say though, your family is so lucky to have you as their rock, helping them through all of this difficult time. As someone who just recently went through a lot of stuff, girl, I'm seriously, my heart is so with you and your family will definitely be in our prayers. You know we have your back and that is exactly what these happy hour hangs are for. They are to distract from our lives. Let's be honest, we all have real ish going on, right? I have about 1 million things on my to-do list. Cass has real stuff going on. Everyone has real family things going on. You guys know I always try to open up to you whenever I have things going on. And the best thing about this community and these lives is that we get to shut off all of that anxiety for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, let's be real, and just talk with our friends, catch up on life, and spill some tea. You know what I mean? It is truly a blessing. These hours are a blessing. These happy hour hangs are a blessing. So Cass, we're gonna keep you distracted, girly, and we got your back. We know you know that we're all here for you. I already see everyone sending prayers and love to you in the chat. And Jenny, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we love to spill the tea with one another, but we also love to support one another. And that's what I feel like makes us so unique. I feel like dare I say, there is no other like tea spilling channel or celebrity news channel that has what we have, where we can talk about the hot goss and then also talk about our real lives and connect on a real human level. That is my absolute favorite thing. Tina said, in the Philippines on my way to work, bummed that Taylor is not coming to our country and now Travis is heading to SG. I'm gonna miss that. Oh, Tina, I know. I am so freaking sorry. But, not that this is any consolation, but if you have Disney Plus, the concert will be on Disney Plus soon. It's not the same. I know it's no consolation, but I was trying to find some sort of positive because I get it. That's super, super annoying. Jelena said, it's my happy hour because outside of this, I'm going to internships, I'm going to work, I'm going to my classes, I'm studying, I'm dating, friendships. So I time block this time as a way to relax. Yes, that's exactly what this is for. Also, I hope you guys know how happy this makes me because I also look forward to this all freaking day. Like all day, I'm like, I cannot wait till 3:30 because I cannot wait to talk to the House of Hill and get into all of this tea. So it really warms my heart to hear that you guys block out this time, that you look forward to this time because I need this just as much as you do. So thank you so freaking much. Claudia made it. We also have Leslie sending hugs from Arizona all the way to Ireland. Yes, is everything okay in Ireland? I missed it. I missed what's happening in Ireland, but I am just so freaking excited, you guys. We have so much to get into here. We're talking about a Diddy update. We're talking about Kristin Cavallari. We're talking about JLo and Ben Affleck. We're talking about Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. Noah Cyrus and Tish Cyrus. Did Tish Cyrus steal Noah's man? I'm still trying to figure that out. Ariana Grande, Tristan Thompson, Bianca Censori, Kanye West, the Biebers, Hailey's dad posting some crazy things on Instagram, and then just an absolute plethora of Taylor Swift and Tayvis TEA. No royalty today is on the rundown. Hi, Maylee. I love that little dog. Maylee, that is so freaking cute. But I did see Harry lost one of his appeals in his UK court case today. And also people are wondering, William skipped an event and people were wondering if it had anything to do with Kate. We'll have to wait and see. I'm so curious of what's going on with Kate. It's very interesting to me that we have not heard very much about her recovery process, but I'm waiting for that to happen. Yeah, social media is on the lookout for Kate Middleton. Same. I need to see her. It's still weird to me how they have been able to keep this so under wraps. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Also, you guys, the fact that we have over 200 people here and we are only 13 minutes in, have y'all been sharing the happy hour hangs? Is that what's happening? Have you guys been sharing the happy hour hangs? I swear that is what's happening because this is crazy. Shout out to Sheila, After Watcher here. House of Hill is the best. You guys, Sheila, the other After Watchers, hi, hello, I love you. These happy hour hangs would not be possible without you. Thank you for watching these. Thank you for being here. We love our After Watchers. We see them, we love them, we respect them. Also, you guys, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. That way, those of us who did not get the YouTube notification, because you know it's hit or miss, hopefully they'll get notified by YouTube and YouTube will realize that people are watching and engaging. Also, you guys know the best way really to make sure you're on time for the happy hour hangs is to go ahead and just set an alarm. But yeah, so make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Alice said, usually I'm an After Watcher, but today I made it here. Alice, I'm so happy. Also, Mia, After Watcher, but love to catch a live. Love when y'all can definitely catch a live, but we also love our after watchers as well. Also, Manuel, hi, I'm live from Germany. Hello. I still need to go to those Christmas markets in Germany. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and kick things off because we have a lot to get into. So first up, I want to give you this Diddy update because obviously we've been following all of the Diddy lawsuits, and another lawsuit was filed this week against Diddy, this time by a former employee. So this man, Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod, is a former producer and videographer for Diddy. He filed a lawsuit in New York accusing Diddy of sexually harassing, drugging, and threatening him. He is seeking $30 million. So Rodney Jones allegedly produced 9 songs with Diddy. And during his tenure with Diddy, he lived with him in various locations, he traveled with him, and he claims that during the time they worked together, he, quote, witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. Diddy's adult son, Justin, was also named in the lawsuit, along with, you guys, Universal Music Group CEO Sir Lucian Grange, aka Sophia Richie's father-in-law, which I'm pretty sure he's only named in this lawsuit because Rodney Jones claims that he went to people at the label to say, hey, Diddy's behavior is inappropriate, and nobody did anything. So he's including everyone in this lawsuit. Rodney Jones says that he has hours of footage of Diddy and his staff and guests engaging in illegal activity because he was his videographer. He also has video of parties where he claims Diddy was intentionally serving women bottles of alcohol that had some things in them, if you know what I mean. He also claims that he was the victim of, quote, constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. He claims that Diddy would, like, touch his butt and touch other areas below the belts, and that he would call it horseplay. Again, this is an allegation in the lawsuit. Diddy's attorney, obviously, has denied these claims and says that Jones is looking for a, quote, undeserved payday. They apparently have, quote, overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are lies. Shout out to Maylee. Hi, Madison and House of Hill crew. Love to you and Courtney Revolution. Maylee, thank you so much. I will definitely tell Courtney you said hello, and I hope you're enjoying our Toast to Tea podcast. New episodes drop every Friday. Maylee, thank you so much. Sending all the love right back to you. You guys, is this not so insane? It's just crazy that we have another lawsuit. This is coming from a former employee. Obviously, this is the first time a man is filing a lawsuit and claiming that there was inappropriate behavior with Diddy. And I am floored. I am floored. There is video footage. Video footage was included in the lawsuit, which is why Diddy's son is involved, because Diddy's son is in some of the videos. Now, there was a claim that 1 or 2 of the women in these videos was underage. And TMZ reported right before I went live that one of the women has come forward and said she wasn't underage at the time that she was partying with Diddy and that she was of age. But based on all of the things in this lawsuit, I think the fact that this woman's saying, hey, we weren't underage, that's like the least of the issues. You know what I mean? There's still a lot more issues in this lawsuit. I think the groping, the touching. He also claimed that Diddy would walk around naked and like purposely call him into the bathroom when he was showering in a glass shower. Like just really crazy things and inappropriate things that you would not want to see of your boss. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is all alleged. Obviously, this is one man's word against Diddy. But based on the other lawsuits against Diddy, and again, based on how quickly he settled the lawsuit with his ex, it's just a lot of side-eyeing going on. Autumn said 2024 is the year of exposure of the weirdos, and Autumn, truthfully, and I don't want to say we called this, But do y'all remember when the Diddy stuff first started happening? Did we not sit here and say, we feel like more is going to come? We were like, this is the tip of the iceberg. We feel like more allegations are going to come out. And I don't think we could have even predicted this. I mean, right? Autumn, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Because I agree 2024 is the year we're exposing weirdos. And I think weirdos specifically in the music industry. Because I feel like we've kind of had our Hollywood reckoning, right? With the Me Too movement, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby. I feel like we already had that movement happen, but I feel like now we're going to see more people called out in the music industry. Y'all know I'm still waiting to see Scooter Braun. Something is fishy there and no one can tell me different. No one can tell me freaking different. So, I don't know. Yeah, Sacred Space. The lobes are linked today, Sacred Space. Scooter Pruder's turn is next. I know. Something feels off. Something feels weird. And definitely we will obviously keep watching this situation. Whenever I see a Diddy update, you know I'm like, the House of Hill needs to know this immediately. So I wanted to let y'all know another lawsuit has been filed. And I think we're up to what? Is this like the 4th or 5th that we have going on now? So he's going to have a lot of court dates coming up for sure. Jocelyn said, I don't want to know more about Diddy, but at the same time, everything he's done needs to come out. He's disgusting, right? I know it's a double-edged sword. Like on one hand, I'm like, an update for the House of Hill. But then on the other, I'm like, ew, that means that someone else experienced something horrible, allegedly. You know, it's definitely, it's not great. It's not great. It's not great. It is the downfall, Jessica. I agree. And George said, not looking good for me, Diddy. It's definitely not looking good. You know, when a lot of people are saying, hey, there's smoke over here, there's got to be a little fire. Again, just my own personal freaking opinion. Just my own opinion. Obviously, innocent until proven guilty. These are lawsuits. These are civil suits. So we'll have to see what happens. But absolutely insane. Christina said, I just want to know what time frame you'll be reporting on the Tayvis TEA. I have things going on, but I want to hear your thoughts on the issues about them and her father. Thanks. Christina, it'll be a little bit later. So that's going to be towards the end of the happy hour hang. So I can't give you an exact time because y'all know I can never stop talking. So I never know how long I'm going to be talking, but it will be towards the end of today's happy hour hang. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on and talk about Kristin Cavallari because I know there's a lot of millennials here, just like me. Where are my Laguna Beach, the Hills girlies at? I know some of y'all watch those shows like I did. And I just have to fill you guys in really quick about Kristin Cavallari hard launching her new man on Instagram. She is 37 years old and she went Instagram official with her 24-year-old TikToker boyfriend. Honestly, even if you didn't watch Laguna Beach or the Hills, just the fact that a 37-year-old woman hard launched a new relationship with a 24-year-old TikToker, some tea, okay? People are obviously losing it over the fact that there is a 12-year age difference. I'm giggling at Justice. OMG. And Madcap said, this hit me kind of weird. This hit us all kind of weird. Justice, also literally my reaction. Dave said cougar. Nicole, anything for clout. So obviously people are having some reactions. Her boyfriend's name is Mark Estes, and he's part of a TikTok group called the Montana Boys. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Like, it's not funny, but just like Kristin Cavallari dating someone who's in the Montana Boys, like, okay, go off, Kristin Cavallari, for sure. Someone did speak out to Page Six and is defending their relationship. The source said, quote, they're two consenting adults who like each other, so who cares? Everyone is entitled to their opinions, but Kristin and Mark aren't paying attention to the noise. Y'all, we hit 300 and we're only 23 minutes in. We manifested this on Monday. We freaking manifested this. I said all 300 of you better show up on Wednesday, and all 300 of you did. So thank you. My question for you guys is, obviously men in Hollywood date younger all the time. We obviously here in the House of Hill are always kind of side-eyeing a very big age difference. But do you think people are more up in arms about this because Kristin Cavallari is dating someone younger, like she's a 37-year-old woman dating a 24-year-old? Or do you think we just are always going to side-eye anyone who has a big age difference? Let me know. Does it matter do you think she's getting more hate because she's a woman? Or do you think it's just because it's a huge age difference? Personally, I think for me, why I'm side-eyeing the situation, it's not even the 12-year age difference. Obviously that is a lot, but for me, I'm wondering what a 37-year-old mother of, 3? Has in common with a 24-year-old TikToker who's part of a group called the Montana Boys. Like that's what I want to know. What do you talk about when you're alone? Now, obviously this man is good looking. Obviously this man has a great set of abs. Obviously they're having a great time. But for me, I'm curious what you guys talk about. That's what I would ask Kristin Cavallari. What does a 37-year-old talk with a 24-year-old about? Because I'm only 30 and I feel like I don't know what I would talk to a 24-year-old about. Jealous, honestly. I'd be like, I'm jealous you're only 24 and whatever anxiety you're having now literally won't matter in 6 years, and I'm jealous of your small problems. Like that's probably what I would talk about with a 24-year-old. Like it's weird to me. I don't understand it. I don't get it, but you know what? Mazel tov to them. More power to them. I was giggling. Dave said something about how he has stamina. Giggling. Amy said, my ex is 48. His girlfriend is 32. Ew, just ew. Amy, this new chapter, I already feel it, girly. Chef's kiss. It's going to be so much better. Jody said the age difference depends on the ages. A 30-something and a 20-something does not work due to the changes during those ages. Jody, I agree with you. I feel like for some reason, 30s and 20s, it is a big change. You do feel different, and I always thought people were full of it when they said that, but it is a difference. You definitely feel a change. So again, I want to know, are they talking about the TikToks? Is talking about what a hard day it was in the, with the Montana Boys where she's talking about being a mom? I'm just not seeing it. I'm not saying it. Shout out to Angie, Afterwatcher, love you. Angie, I love you. Cass said, what does Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid talk about? Cass, their kids, at least they both have a kid. At least they both have a daughter. You know what I mean? They did go out on a breakfast date. They were spotted, so they're still dating. At least they have a daughter. Like this 24-year-old Marky Mark and Kristen, it's crazy. But you know what? They are two consenting adults, and if y'all want to go off, go off. You know what I mean? Tabitha said, I'm 37 with kids and it's a no-no. Tabitha's like, couldn't relate less. Couldn't relate less. And then Justice said, I can't even picture what Kylie and Timothy talk about. Same. Would love to be a fly on the wall for those dates. Truly, truly, truly. They talk about how obsessed they are with one another and Timothée Chalamet's necklaces. That's what I think they talk about. Alexandra said, Leonardo DiCaprio is dating a 25-year-old. Not cool in my opinion. Alexandra, and Leo never dates anyone older than 25. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we've come to expect it from him now. You know what I mean? And Mancy said, a lot of Hollywood couples do have huge age differences. They absolutely do. And we're going to talk more about age differences when we get into this Tish and Noah tea. But first, I want to talk about JLo and Ben Affleck. So, you guys, JLo has a new documentary on Amazon Prime. It coincides with the new album she has coming out. I just saw also something. Jelena said, speaking of the Jenner, can we talk about how Kendall and Devin Booker are back together? Jelena, remind me of that at the end. Remind me of that because we absolutely can't address that. So JLo has a new documentary coming out. Amazon Prime coincides with her new album. The documentary is called The Greatest Love Story Ever Told. And we're learning new information about her and Ben Affleck. For starters, the real reason why they called off their wedding in 2003. JLo said that they actually broke up 3 days before their wedding. They had a big wedding planned, 14 ushers and bridesmaids, and 3 days before the big day, they, quote, just crumbled under the pressure. Ben Affleck noted that there was so much scrutiny around their private life, they couldn't deal. Obviously, they found their way back to one another. In the documentary, JLo says, quote, for all those years, it was really hard because I didn't just feel like I lost the love of my life. I felt like I lost the best friend I ever had, and I couldn't talk for so many years, and that was the hardest part. Okay, that's kind of a sweet sentiment. Later in the documentary, Ben Affleck also admitted that when him and JLo initially got back together, he did not want to post their relationship on social media. He had like a very hard no social rule, but then he had to come around to the idea because JLo obviously relies on social media for her work. She really needs to connect with her fans. So Ben Affleck said he's like reluctantly come around to now having to be on social media intermittently. And JLo noted that she knows Ben doesn't like the spotlight as much as she does, but it's a compromise that they're constantly working on. She did say that he was her muse for the new album, which love that, good for them. I will say, although I have become less of a fan of JLo over the years, I am happy for her and Ben Affleck because ultimately, if they are meant to be and they are really their one great love for one another, or like they are each other's great loves, they deserve to be together. You know what I mean? I do think it's an interesting dynamic. One person who loves the spotlight, loves posting, loves the paparazzi, loves social media, and one person who like would be fine being away from it all. It is a big difference, but obviously they're making it work. You know what I mean? So good for them, honestly. I don't know if I'll necessarily be listening to the new album, but I will check out the documentary, honestly. You guys know I'm a hopeless romantic, so the fact that they found their way to one another 20 years later, live for that. The fact that they've worked on blending their families, live for that. Kate, giggling at this comment, Kate said, okay, he's her muse for the album, but what I'm wondering is, who is her voice on the new album? LOL. Because for those of you who don't know, there are rumors out there that JLo's songs are not really her voice, that other people are singing for her, mainly Ashanti, in the past. So that is hilarious. I'm dying. But yeah, honestly, live for JLo and Ben. Love a Bennifer 2.0. I feel like she probably had to force him to be in the documentary, which she did kind of admit to. But I love them. I love them together. I do love them together, honestly. Again, hopeless romantic. I'm always going to be pro, two people finding their way back to one another. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and talk about Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. Also, 333 people are in the chat. Everyone make a wish. Okay, Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. Also, really quick, I guess let me preface why we do that for those of you who are new here. If you're new here, whenever we see an angel number of people watching and in the chat, we always make a wish here in the House of Hill because we love an angel number. We love to manifest. And also 2024 is the year of the House of Hill. So if you're here, you're getting in on that energy. You're welcome. You're going to love it. You're going to live it. So that's why we do that. We love to just always keep bringing the positive vibes and the manifesting. So yeah, that's why I say, like, we love the tea, but we also go a little bit deeper and get a little more personal and connect a little bit more, which I love. Okay, now I'm about to get messy after I was just like riddling off all of this positivity. Now we got to get a little messy. So new report from Us Magazine, you guys. Jessica Biel is reportedly having reservations about Justin Timberlake going on tour again. Her nerves are increasing. She's starting to get more anxious about it. Shout out Victoria. Hello, first time making it to the live. Hate that I'm late, but I'll rewatch it later. Victoria, we're happy you're here. I'm happy you made it. Okay, so this source said that while Jessica, quote, believes in her and Justin's relationship, that doesn't mean it will be, quote, smooth sailing when he's on tour. They're reportedly thriving as a couple, but Jessica is understandably nervous about how this tour will change their dynamic. These nerves are in large part thanks to what happened with Justin Timberlake and his co-star in New Orleans. We all remember that little situation. And the source said, quote, Jessica is a bit worried about the tour. If Justin were to have another incident, it would be the last straw for Jessica. So my question for y'all is, do you think Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel will survive Justin Timberlake's tour? Go ahead, weigh in. Let me know what you think. Jelena said, I would get nervous too. She knows JT will have an easy way to cheat on her. And I would also have anxiety, truthfully. If my husband already slipped up once when he was away, of course I'm going to think he might do it again. You know what I mean? Especially given the fact that this man has been so harshly publicly criticized, and he just keeps going out here making jokes and acting like the criticism is no big deal. That is what is irritating me about Justin Timberlake. You guys know this already. I hate the fact that he does not own up to his behavior. And then I also hate that he knows that people have real issues with him. Like, he knows he's done really kind of messed up things. But yet he goes on stage and says, I apologize to absolutely effing nobody. He goes on the Graham Norton show and is like, I'm happy. Is that so controversial? No, you know what's controversial? Doing inappropriate things with a co-star when you're married. You know what's controversial? Dragging your ex-girlfriend through the mud and never ever apologizing for it. You know what's controversial? Leaving Janet Jackson to literally leaving her out to dry when you both were involved in the Super Bowl situation. That's what's controversial. That's where we're upset. And if I were Jessica Biel, I would just be side-eyeing this man. I don't know if I would be feeling very confident about him going out on this tour. I understand if this is how she's feeling. Obviously, this is alleged. But if this is how she's feeling, I understand where she's coming from. And honestly, I feel for her. So hopefully it will be okay. Hopefully he won't slip up. Hopefully it'll be fine. But we're definitely going to be side-eyeing him. Simple Flamingo said she can't attend. She absolutely can't attend. Like, I feel like she will be on tour with him a lot. But obviously they have kids. Their kids need to go to school. I don't know what their kids' schooling situation is like, but I imagine it'll be one of those things where she like goes to every other date, or she only goes to certain dates. Like, I doubt that she can go to every single stop on the tour. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that's why she's nervous. Normie said, once a cheater, always a cheater. Robert said, Justin Timberlake really needs to look up accountability and actually apply it, but I don't know if that day will ever come because of his ego. T. And then Miss Heather said she shouldn't have to babysit him, which I agree. You should not have to babysit your husband. You should be able to trust that whatever he is doing is only respectful things for you. You should be able to trust that your husband would never cross a line. But after he already did it once, I'm like, yipes. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and talk about Noah Cyrus and Tish Cyrus, because you guys, this tea is mind-boggling. So there is an accusation out there now that Tish Cyrus stole her current husband from Noah Cyrus, okay? So when Tish was on Call Her Daddy, she shared the story of how she got together with her new husband, Dominic Purcell. Tish is 56, Dominic is 54. I just want y'all to remember that. Now, when Tish was on Call Her Daddy, okay, she shared that she had a crush on Dominic when she watched him on Prison Break. She said she watched the show with Brandy and Miley, and that she would even joke when she was married to Billy Ray Cyrus that this man was her hall pass, her celebrity hall pass, okay? LOL, funny. Now, apparently Dominic Purcell DM'd Tish back in 2016, something friendly, nothing flirty. Again, she was still married at this time, okay? She missed the DM, and then she reached out to him after filing for divorce from Billy Ray. Now, they're married. Now, Tish and Dominic are married. We know Billy Ray has married his, I forget her name, Briar Rose or something. She's 27 years younger than Billy Ray. They both moved on. Okay. Now that you know the backstory of Tish and Dominic, and this cute little fairy tale situation that we thought it was. We thought, oh my God, Tish has always thought this man is cute. She DM'd him. They got together. It's all roses and butterflies. Well, according to a new report from Us Magazine, the story isn't that romantic, because a source shared that 24-year-old Noah was, quote, seeing Dominic when Tish started to pursue him. This insider claims that Tish was, quote, aware of the situation. Noah Cyrus, Jelena, Noah Cyrus. Yes, 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 you guys. This source is claiming that Dominic and Noah were starting something over here. Tish knew about it, but that Tish then continued to pursue this man that her daughter was allegedly talking with. So, we know there has been tension in the Cyrus family. Noah did not attend Tish and Dominic's wedding, and that's because we all thought that she was taking Billy Ray's side in the divorce, just like Miley and her sister Brandy took Tish's side. Remember, we talked about this with the Grammys. We were like, oh, the Cyrus family is divided because Brandy and Miley are Team Tish, Noah and her brother are Team Billy Ray. Remember, we've been talking about this. We're like, oh my God, they're divided. It's family drama. They're divided over the divorce. Apparently, joke's on frickin' us, you guys, because this Us Magazine source said, quote, the turmoil between Noah and Tish goes far beyond what people think. Noah is very distraught over Tish stealing Dominic from her. Y'all's reactions in the chat are killing me because literally same. Lex said my jaw is on the floor. You guys, me when reading this morning, I was like, the House of Hill is going to die because I'm sorry, what? You literally can't make this up. Tish stealing a man that her daughter was talking to, pursuing? Like, what? Eric said, what the hell? Literally. It is just the craziest thing I've read in a long time. And I will say it's rare that something shocks me. It's rare that something shocks me. But this definitely shocked me. Justice said it's definitely giving Kara Jenner. I will say, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe because Jelena, I want to point that out. So Dominic being 54 and Noah being 24, which they were probably when this happened, 22, 52. That feels like a really big age difference to me. That's 30 years. So part of me is like, is there a world where Dominic and Noah were talking? Like, is there a world where people with a 30-year age difference were actually thinking of pursuing a relationship with one another? Is there a world that's happening? Maybe. It's Hollywood. Noah's been in the industry a long time, I guess. But it just, Valentina, it feels like a really big gap for me. It feels like a really big age difference. That just feels crazy. Like we were just going off about a 12-year difference. This is a 30-year difference. You know what I mean? That feels a little bit crazy to me. Also, Noah is now engaged to somebody else. She's engaged to Pincus. So she, obviously has moved on. She is in a different relationship. You know what I mean? Obviously still not on good terms with Tish. But I don't know. Do we think this is true? Do we think this actually happened? I'm split. I'm honestly split. On one hand, I'm like, I guess I could see it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know where that country accent just came. I guess I could see it on one hand. Maybe Noah and Dominic were like kind of talking, DMing on Instagram. Tish always had a crush on him and was feeling frisky after her divorce and decided to shoot her shot. And now Noah's holding resentment over it. I guess that's possible. It just seems crazy to me. It just seems a little wild. I don't know. A 54-year-old and a 24-year-old. That feels a little crazy. But anything is possible. I'm interested to see if somebody from Tish's team comes out tomorrow and tries to obviously give some clarity and say there's no way this is true. Or even comments on it, because so far nothing. But I feel like this is definitely a report that you have to address. This is not just, oh, gossip one day. Like, no, this needs to be addressed. This is insane. Obviously, just an allegation. Obviously, just something that's being put out there, but it is very messy. George said this is going to be messy as hell, and I agree. Definitely agree. Bonnie said, hey, it happens all the time with older men and younger women. No, for sure. But just like a mom stealing a daughter's man, that is some soap opera stuff. Like, that is straight from Days of Our Lives. That just doesn't even feel real. Like, it's crazy. And I think ultimately, before we move on, the last thing I want to say about this, the really sad thing to me about this Cyrus family drama is the fact that they're divided. You know, it's one thing, the parents are divorced. I understand your kids are grown. So if you don't want to talk, y'all don't have to talk, okay? But I think what's sad to me is that the siblings are divided. Whatever drama is going on behind closed doors is, you know, dividing Miley and Noah, Brandy and Noah, the brother. Like, they're all on two separate sides. And that's what I think is really the saddest part of this situation, in my opinion. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and talk about Ariana Grande. Wow, one controversial topic to another. So Ariana Grande did a big interview with Zach Sang and opened up about her heartache and how it feels to have the world misunderstand her relationship. She admitted that she did several passes at all of the songs because she was very emotional when she wrote them. She said what was beautiful about the process is that when she was doing it, she had no intention for the world to hear these songs. So she went on to say, quote, and then when I was done, I remembered that people will hear it and how sometimes people can sensationalize things and assign meaning to certain things, and I combed through the lyrics just to make sure that it was what I intended. So she's saying, when I went in the studio, I was just writing from the heart. Then I had to go back through and reread the lyrics and comb through them because I know how the internet works. That's basically what she's saying. Because I feel like it was Autumn who said earlier she was very cryptic with her answers. Very cryptic. You definitely needed a map to really get to the root of what Ariana was saying during that interview. But thankfully I have the map, you guys. Now, Ari didn't mention Dalton Gomez by name, but she did say, even at the hardest moments of loss and grief that we'll hear on the album, there was still so much love and transparency. She said she wanted to make sure her heartbreak songs were more cathartic than vindictive. And she said, quote, she tried to make sure it was kind and giving credit for trying and for the goodness that there was. So she's saying her song's about heartache, more cathartic, less vindictive, and she still wanted to make sure she was being nice to Dalton Gomez and giving him credit for trying to keep the relationship together and for the good times that they did have in their marriage. Now, really quick, Naomi said, Madison, what is the live record to beat? I think the live record, we have never broken 400. So if we hit 400, I will probably chug this or something. I know for sure. I think the highest we've ever gotten is 330. So this definitely might be a new record, but for sure we've never hit 400, and I will literally do a backflip. I don't know what's gonna happen if we hit 400. I can't do a backflip, but something will happen. My heart's gonna be out of my chest because that would mean that everything we've been talking about and manifesting is happening right before my eyes, and that's crazy. Even right now, just looking at 391 in the chat, going crazy. I have chills. Wow, insane. Okay, you guys, so as far as her relationship with Ethan Slater, she didn't mention Ethan Slater by name, obviously, but she referenced headlines and stories. You know what I mean? She referenced things in the tabloids. That's what she kept saying. And Ariana Grande said, quote, I feel like we don't need to go into any specifics, but of course, there's an insatiable frustration, inexplicable, hellish feeling with people misunderstanding the people you love, you, and anything. Now, she also admitted that she's nervous for this album because pieces of it touch on real things, but then there are also pieces that are just concept. So she hopes that people will be able to differentiate the two. And I don't mean to make Ari more nervous, but no one's gonna differentiate the two. Let's be real. You're on Yes End saying, why do you care whose I ride? What? we're still clutching our pearls from that, okay? And I just feel like she should be nervous. She should be nervous because I do feel like people are gonna comb through all of those lyrics with a fine-tooth comb. Sheila said that's what cheaters do, is deflect. And I will say, you guys, similar to what Autumn said right when we started this happy hour hang, her interview was definitely giving deflection. She never really addressed anything head on. She never really answered anything. You know what I mean? It was a lot of kind of like this. I don't want to get into specifics, but it's a hellish feeling when people misunderstand you. Okay, then tell me what we're misunderstanding. What are we misunderstanding? Because what we're saying is on a Monday, it was announced you're separated from your husband, and on a Tuesday, you're dating your co-star, and on a Wednesday, his ex-wife is saying, I just found out that my husband's in a new relationship from TMZ and Ariana's not a girl's girl. That's what we saw. That is what we saw. So I'm going to need her to let me know what I'm misunderstanding, because that is literally what we saw play out in the media. And I understand things can be skewed, and I understand that things get confusing, but then clear it up for us. Like, clear up the misunderstanding. And based on what she's saying, I feel like her album's not going to clear up the misunderstanding. I feel like if anything, it's going to feed the fire. In my opinion, that's what I feel like it's going to do. I feel like it is going to feed the fire. You guys, we just hit 410. We just hit 410. We just hit 410. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. We just hit a record. And I'm like shaking. I cannot believe we just hit 400. Oh my God. You guys. Okay, sorry, I'll keep up with the tea, but this is just a geeking out moment for me. The fact that we just hit 400 live viewers, what is happening? You guys, we freaking manifested this. I'm sweating. If you guys could literally, my back is sweating. I'm panicking. Oh my God, this is such a good omen. This just means that everything we've been speaking into existence is happening, you guys. And if you feel down and if you feel like you are in a rough spot, I was in a rough spot these past couple months. It's gonna get better. You just gotta keep speaking it into existence. Literally, I have goosebumps. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. A new mother effing record, you guys. Twerk session. You guys, I'm wearing ugly leggings. Woo, we did it. Okay, let's get to the Tristan Thompson tea. Oh, of course, what are the odds that Hailey. Okay, well now we gotta do a shambong. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, I know. I promise we're gonna get to the Tristan Thompson tea. We're gonna get to the Bieber tea, but we just gotta celebrate this moment really quick. Hailey, that was for freaking you. Are you kidding me? Spoiling the hell out of me. I'm literally like, I'm in shock right now. I'm in literal shock. I cannot believe that. Hailey, you literally just spoiled the hell out of me. Thank you so much, you guys. This is a win for all of us. And I'm just so thankful. Y'all are literally the freaking best. You guys did this. Y'all shared this. That's literally how we did it. So it's literally our win. It's our win. It's our win. That's me high-fiving. Yes, everyone give this video a thumbs up if you are watching. And what are the odds that now we have to talk about Tristan Thompson getting dragged and criticized? It honestly feels on brand for those of you who've been hanging with me since the beginning, on brand that when we break a House of Hill record, that we have to talk about Tristan Thompson. Like, what are the freaking odds? So he is being criticized, you guys, and being called a hypocrite and ironic because this week, Aylin, thank you so much. The trophy. Okay, I'm just drinking now every time because why not? Why not? You know what I mean? We're celebrating. This is a record. Oh my God. Ariana needs to understand people are calling her a homewrecker because she's has a history of allegedly stealing other women's boyfriends. Autumn T. And I said that in my mini pop-off yesterday. I said if she didn't have a history of doing this, we probably would have let this go by now, but we haven't let it go. Hailey, you don't even know how big I'm freaking panicking. Oh my God, I just cursed. Aylin, thank you so much. I love that little trophy. Are you kidding me? Oh, you guys, see, I slipped up. I admittedly, I have a skosh of a potty mouth sometimes, and you guys just got me all excited. Oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening. Like, this is literally crazy. 500 is the new manifestation, you guys. Woo! Okay, so Tristan Thompson, you guys, like I said, he was granted official custody of his 17-year-old younger brother, Amari. This happened after his mother's sudden passing. He became his guardian. Now he was awarded full custody. Missy, you're right. 25 cents in the cuss jar. You're right. I got to go put $1 in there. Sorry about that, you guys. I just literally got so excited. Anyway, Tristan Thompson granted full physical custody of his 17-year-old brother following his mom's passing. And people are criticizing him because we know he is allegedly absent from his sons' lives, Prince and Theo. So remember, you guys, last we heard, Tristan has still yet to meet his son Theo, who he has with Marley Nichols, and Jordan Craig, the mother of his son Prince. Her sister has previously went on social media and accused Tristan of not knowing where his son even goes to school, not being there, all of those things. So that is why the internet is like, that's great that Tristan Thompson's deciding to take care of his brother, but I find it ironic considering he doesn't even take care of 2 of his sons. That's kind of the discussions that are happening on social media. Is this warranted, or should people give Tristan Thompson a break because he's doing a good thing by taking custody of his brother? Let me know. Normie, I'm glad you're laughing, girl, because I just had a panic attack. I was like, oh, I can't believe I let that slip. I'm usually so good. So Normie, thank you for making me feel better because I had a mild panic attack. So thank you for making me feel better. But yeah, you guys, someone said Chloe took care of his brother like the whole time when his house was being built. Chloe is very involved in his brother's life because she claims that she made a promise to Tristan's mom to also take care of Amari. So I also feel like this is just one other hook that will keep Chloe and Tristan connected in addition to their 2 children. Robert said Tristan Thompson is the definition of once a cheater, always a cheater. He's a major ick. And then Song of the Fear said, no, I disagree with people hating on him for this. It's his brother and his kids have moms. No, it's not right that he's not there for his kids, but at least he's there for someone. Song of the Fierce, this is why I love our lives, because we get to have these discussions. And I do to a point see what you're saying. His brother has no one. Like, his brother needs him and Chloe. And I am at least thankful that Tristan is stepping up for his brother. Obviously, we still hope that he will eventually step up for his other 2 sons. Obviously, we're allegedly hearing that he's not. We don't have confirmation, but based on his past, I'm, prone to believe the people saying that he's not stepping up. Maybe he is. We don't know. But I agree. I am happy at least that his brother has someone. His brother has him. His brother has Chloe. And, all we can do is hope that he changes. Hope that he changes. I'm going to send him those positive vibes because we got a lot of positive vibes happening right now in the House of Hill, and I think Tristan Thompson could use some. Can you believe? Look at that evolution and how far we've come, you guys. Look at how far we've come. The man still gives me upper lip sweat, don't get me wrong. But here we are hoping that he changes for the millionth time. Alexandra said, some men take care of some of their kids and not others. That is terrible. Chloe's kids have a relationship with him, but what about his other kids? Alexandra, I agree, especially Marley Nichols' son, which I know that was like a one-night stand situation, but based on some of the messages that came out during that paternity case, you would think that Tristan Thompson would want to at least be there for the son. Remember how he said on Instagram, we're going to do our best to amicably parent? No one's amicably parenting based on what we're seeing. But hopefully, hopefully that changes. Hopefully he's able to come around, and who knows, maybe being responsible for his brother will force him to grow up and will force him to change. That's a nice thing to say. I feel like that's a really nice way to put it. For sure. Sabrina said, I think Chloe has something to do with the reason Tristan isn't involved with his other children. I remember when Chloe was married to Lamar, I didn't even know Lamar had kids. Ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting point. And then Michaela said, I feel like if Chloe wasn't in the spotlight, True and Tatum would be ignored too. Michaela, That might be some tea. That might be some tea. And Kara said, been watching you since Holly Scoop. I love seeing the House of Hill grow. Kara, you and me both, you guys. I never thought that I'd be able to pull 400 live viewers on my own. Like, this is freaking insane. Dorsey, Tristan and Chloe are, to the public, they are not still together. Like, they are broken up. They are just co-parenting. That is the message that is being put out to us. And honestly, as of right now, I do believe that they're not romantically together. Something might change, for sure. But as of right now, I do not believe that they are romantically together. Okay, guys, let's move on and talk about Bianca Censori and Kanye West. We'll get through this quickly because I know y'all want the Bieber tea and also the Taylor Swift tea. And I see we've already been live for an hour. So sorry, this one's going a little long because, you know, we had some celebrating to do in the middle. Okay, Bianca Censori and Kanye West, you guys, this is crazy. So according to a new report from the Daily Mail, Bianca Censori's father is ready to confront Kanye West. This comes after Bianca Censori made headlines again today, you guys, for possibly getting fined and getting in trouble in Paris because of her outfit. They were saying that she could be fined for exhibitionism or something like that, for basically showing too much. Last night in Paris, she was wearing sheer black tights, nothing underneath, hoo-ha out, tush out, and a cropped fur jacket with no shirt on underneath. And the reason why this is a problem is because, like, you can't just wear tights and nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just wear sheer tights. I do think she had, like, a little something covering her hoo-ha based on the photos I'm seeing. But it was like a nude piece. It was like a nude piece. So it was not, yeah, you guys can get. Literally, this girl was walking around in tights and a cropped fur jacket. Obviously, Kanye is fully covered. 444, everyone make a wish right mother effing now because this is great energy. This is really good energy in here, you guys. Okay. According to a source who spoke to the Daily Mail, this insider said, quote, Bianca's father, Leo, wants to have a proper sit down with Kanye and ask him what the hell he is thinking when he parades Bianca around like a trashy, naked trophy pony. Bianca's dad apparently wants to ask Kanye how he would feel if he saw his daughters parading around half naked in public in outfits encouraged by their husbands. The source said that Bianca's dad knows there's no way that Kanye would allow this for his daughters, so it makes no sense why he would encourage this for his own wife. Apparently, Bianca's dad wants to sit down with Kanye and let him know he is hurting their family, and he also allegedly believes that, quote, this isn't love, this is control. M. Flowers, thank you so much. M. Flowers, the mic drop. Literally, mic drop. This dad is making a mic drop point to M. Flowers' point. Would Kanye allow his daughters to be dressed like he's dressing Bianca Censori? Would he allow his daughters to go out like that because a man is telling them to dress like that? No way. No freaking way would he allow that. And we all know that. He has gone on rants about, you know, being concerned about what his children are exposed to on TikTok and his children being overly sexualized by Hollywood, and he's worried about Chris and he's worried about Kim. But yet, good point, Leo Censori. You have Bianca going out here with literally no pants on, just wearing tights. That is a very good point, and I do understand her dad at some point wanting to step in and wanting to call him out and wanting to have a conversation. I can't imagine seeing my friend walk around like that, knowing that she has no control over what she's putting on her body. I can imagine watching my friend go through that. I can't imagine what it must be like being a parent watching your child go through that. Like, parents weigh in, especially dads. I know we have a couple dads in the chat. We have some male representation in the chat. Like, I know Papa Hill, if he saw me walking around in tights and a cropped fur jacket with nothing underneath, in Paris with a blank stare on my face because my husband was telling me that's what I had to wear. Papa Hill rarely puts his foot down, but he would be putting his foot down. And Mama Hill would have probably pulled me out of the situation regardless 3 months ago, but that's besides the point. I absolutely understand why her dad is upset. I absolutely think her dad is asking valid questions, and it is just crazy to me that we're getting to this point. Jessica said, Kanye is the king of double standards. Jessica, I've been shouting that from the freaking rooftops for several years now. I completely agree. Formula Sosa said this is not art, and I agree. A lot of times what Kanye puts his partners in, you know, this is a fashion statement. This is a moment. But what Bianca has been wearing does not feel like that. It feels cringy. You feel for her. You almost feel like, oh, this poor girl that she's walking around like that. That's really what at least maybe that's just what I feel. When I see her, that's what I feel. I'm just like, there is no way that she is choosing to walk around in Paris in the winter in sheer tights and a crop jacket with barely anything on. And I told you guys, I think I said this a couple weeks ago, that when I was in Kansas City, one of my best friends, we were talking about this, and she said that she thinks Kanye has a humiliation kink, that he like gets off on embarrassing her in public or making her wear these things knowing that she's not comfortable. And I do believe that there are some controlling aspects. I saw someone say, why doesn't she just leave, or why does she put up with it? Obviously, we don't know. We don't know. We're not behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on. But I find it hard to believe that any person would be fine with walking around like that. I don't know. I think that there's a lot going on. I think the fact that this is not the first time we're hearing about Bianca's dad being concerned and her family being concerned, I think that's a big red flag. This is not the first time we're hearing this. And it gives me the ick all around, you guys. And I feel for her, and I don't know how this ends. I don't know how this ends. Linda said grown people can still be manipulated, and Linda, I agree. You know, when you're in a bad relationship, even if everyone in your life is telling you this is bad, get out, sometimes it's hard for you to see it until you're out. And obviously, we're just making assumptions. We are just making these comments based on what we are seeing, based on what we're hearing. But something definitely feels off. Like, I just don't think that somebody walks around in sheer tights and a cropped fur jacket of their own free will. Like, that's just bizarre. It is just bizarre. And I love that the dad is calling Kanye out on the double standard. Would you allow your daughters to dress like this at the hands of a man, at the hands of their husband? No. You know, Kanye would be going Instagram Live blaming Kim for raising women who listen to their husbands like this. Like, that's what would be happening. So hopefully, I saw Madcap say, I hope her dad helps. I hope so too. And hopefully, you know, we'll see some resolve of the situation. Jill said, hi, been with y'all since Holly Scoop. Jill, you've been rocking for a long time. So thank you. I appreciate you. I love seeing all of you guys follow me from my last job to here. It means more than you know. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the Bieber tea. The Bieber tea that y'all have been waiting for. Let's see if this can push us to 500. Are we going to break 2 records in one live? Let's see what's happening. The Biebers, you guys. So, Hailey Bieber's dad posted something very interesting on his Instagram story earlier this week. Actually, right after we wrapped the first Monday's happy hour hang, the first happy hour hang, he posted this Instagram story. Yes, thank you, Jelena. If you're here and you've been waiting for the Bieber tea, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up because I'm seeing 464 of you here. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're here and you haven't done so already. Audrey, I love it. Audrey said, Holly Scoop OG here too. Wow, all the OGs are coming out today. Thank y'all so much. So Hailey Bieber's dad, you guys, posted or reposted a video of Justin singing on his Instagram story. It was clear the video was from like a fan account. Justin was singing a religious song, and it's what Hailey's dad wrote on top of the clip that has people questioning what the F is going on. So he wrote on the video of Justin singing, he said, "Christians, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord." Let me read that again. Christians, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord. Why is Hailey Bieber's father posting on Instagram asking for Christians to say a prayer for Justin and Hailey if everything is hunky-dory? Just saying. It is weird. Sacred Space said he's airing out their dirty laundry. Yikes. You guys, I'm just saying, based on everything we've been hearing, and y'all know there has been a lot of consistency. We've been consistently hearing Hailey is sick of Justin's immature behavior. Hailey feels like she's a babysitter. Hailey feels like they were in the house for so long and now she just wants to go out. Hailey's been a rock for Justin. Hailey's been supporting Justin, but we never hear how Justin's supporting Hailey. All of these rumors, seeing them not look the happiest when they're in public, all of these things. And you guys, can someone screenshot this? Can someone screenshot this? We just hit 500. We just hit 500 live viewers. What is happening? Oh my God. Someone screenshot this, please, for me. Holy, holy, holy Moses. What the heck? 500 people are watching this live right now. What is happening? Kate, thank you so much. Oh my God. Woo, woo, party over here. Woo, woo, party at the House of Hill. Party at the House of Hill. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Justice, you're screaming? I'm screaming. Are you guys serious? What is happening? How many people did you guys share this with since Monday? How many people? Like, my heart is pounding. What the hell is happening? Oh my God. Song of the Fierce. Congrats, Madison. Also, I'm just remembering Sophie Turner posting cute pics with Joe very shortly before they divorced. So I don't always trust social media. Congrats again. Song of the Fierce. A, thank you. And B, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And they have been posting. Now you have to attempt to do a backflip. I mean, I don't want to break my neck. But like, should I dip or something? Should I dip? I cannot do a backflip, but oh, I will do another shambong though. That I can do. Can't do a backflip, but I can do a shambong. Oh my God. But Song of the Fierce, back to your point, Savannah just DM'd me a photo on Instagram. You're the real one, thank you. You guys, 500 mother effing live viewers and counting. Oh my God. Lynn said, you are an entertainment host. Lynn, thank you. Formula Sosa said, I think her family and the church manipulate and use the Bible to control and guilt Justin to stay with Hailey. They feel she is the best for him. Formula Sosa, I've never thought about that. Heather, thank you for sending me a DM as well. But you might be right. I will say the Instagram story is giving a little manipulation. It's giving guilt. It's giving guilt for sure. And I was raised Catholic, so I know a thing or two about Catholic guilt. Cass said, oh my gosh, I just lost it. I'm so happy for you, Madison. You deserve this so much. You've been here for us so long. Cass, this is a win for all of us. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm speechless. This is a win for all of us. This is a win because y'all have stuck with me. You guys have been in my corner. Y'all have been championing me. You guys have kept me going whenever I'm like, what the heck am I doing with my life? Like, this is why I'm doing this. This is why we're here. This is why we're all in this moment, because this was meant to be. And I'm freaking losing it. Like, oh my Lord. Thank you, Cassandra, for sending me the DMs. Thank you, guys. 600 is the new manifestation, Robert. Exactly. But you guys, like, absolutely insane, right? That he would post that on his Instagram story in the midst of all of these divorce allegations. Hailey, keep it up. That's me, girl. You guys, I'm not kidding. And my mom's in the chat. I saw her comment a couple things. And Mama Hill knows I have been like so stressed and so, why am I about ready to cry? It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Whew. Wow. We are hitting a record. I cannot believe that there are 500 people here. That is wild. And I feel bad that we're talking about, you know, the Biebers and possible divorce rumors. Like, silly, but wow, that is insane. Insane. Okay. Remember how I used to judge people who cried on social media? And now I'm one of them. Embarrassing. But honestly, I cannot believe that Hailey Bieber's dad posted such a crazy story like that in the midst of all of these rumors. Insane. I'm sure Hailey is not happy. Oh, absolutely happy tears, you guys. Absolutely. I'm sure Hailey is not happy that he, you know, posted that, because obviously that's not helping the narrative. And I think it will be interesting to see what other reports we get this week, because you know there's going to have to be some damage control for her dad posting that on his Instagram. There's going to have to be some damage control. And obviously, they're going to have to combat that somehow. But I just was shook when I saw he posted asking for prayers. Like, that is, in my opinion, telling that there are some things going on behind closed doors. Again, you asking for prayers for Hailey and Justin to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord, that feels like there is something going on behind closed doors, and I feel like something's gonna come to light. Something's gonna come to light, you guys. Jessica said, Madison, I will send you an email, and OMG, I love this for you. You deserve it as much as I've said. Without you, I'd be lost. Thank you so much. Jessica, thank you for everything you've shared with me, and I can't even thank you enough. And your love for the Chiefs, like, I just live for it. Cousin, thank you, cousin. Thank you, cousin. And Yvonne, the little number one dancing bird, Yvonne. Thank you so much, you guys. Holy moly, that was crazy. Jelena said, Madison, I just want to thank you for creating such an amazing community. Very happy for you, rooting you on every step of the way. Thank you, Jelena, you guys. Thank you so freaking much. Again, I'm giggling like, of course, the day we hit a record, we talk about Tristan Thompson and the Biebers divorce rumors. Like, what are the odds? It really feels on brand and full circle, honestly. It really does. Blah Blah said, the thing with celebrities, they time their divorce announcements. They don't just announce it. Pretty sure divorce has been in the process, y'all. Don't believe it, but JB used to Selena being single. Now she ain't. Ooh, blah, blah. That's an interesting point. You're saying maybe Justin thought, oh, Selena would always be his girlie on the back burner, but now that she's not single, maybe that's why he's waiting. Interesting. Also, okay, and Rivas, you're amazing. Thank you so much. You guys, I love these little dancing birds with the hat. Yes, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, you guys, you can email me at thehouseofhill@gmail.com. That's my business email, thehouseofhill@gmail.com. Anyone, you're welcome. Please, I love to hear from you guys, and sometimes those are easier for me to reply to than DMs, because sometimes I'm just not the best at checking my DMs, but I'm much better at checking my email. Jelena said, ooh, you think these whole JB divorce rumors have anything with Selena being in a relationship with Benny Blanco? Like, of course, I do not want them back together. Oh, let me make that crystal clear. Definitely do not want Selena and Justin Bieber back together. Absolutely not. And I don't think that Selena would even go back to Justin Bieber at this point. She's completely moved on. But I'm sure maybe on some level seeing her this happy, and I'm sure hearing her say that this is the first relationship she's been in where she feels safe and respected, like, that was a little bit of a dig. And I'm sure Justin wasn't happy to hear that, especially if him and Hailey are not in a great place. But ultimately, I don't think Justin and Selena ever have a future together, which is, again, why I want to make it clear I would never hope for Justin and Hailey to divorce either. Like, honestly, send them the prayers, send them the positive vibes. Hopefully they can work through whatever they're going through. Like, to her dad's point, we are wishing them to stay together. I would never wish for anyone to get divorced. I would never ask anyone to do that, or I would never want anyone to do that. So we're hoping that they work through it, obviously, but obviously we're gonna have to wait and see. I will say though, her dad posting that is like one of the first pieces of actual hard evidence that I feel like something's up. Something's up, you know? Again, the consistent reports and then her dad posting that, weird. That is just one too many coincidences. And again, I don't think they're getting divorced tomorrow, but I do think it's not helping the allegations that there's trouble in paradise. Okay? Autumn said, why would Selena want Justin Bieber back? He did not treat her like she should have been treated. Autumn, that's the mother effing tea. For sure. Granted, they were young. Okay, maybe he's changed a lot, but I don't think she wants him back. I think she's happy with what she has going on with Benny Blanco. And you guys know I'm actually team Benny and Selena now. I wasn't at the beginning, but I have seen the light, and I'm team Selena and Benny. Okay, now let's talk about Taylor Swift. I'm sorry this live is going on a little bit longer, you guys. Obviously, we broke 2 records today, so obviously we're going to be talking a little bit longer because I got distracted. Taylor T, you guys, update on the Australian photographer situation. In case you guys missed my pop-off yesterday where I kind of broke this all down, an Australian photographer by the name of Ben McDonald claims that Taylor's dad, Scott Swift, Papa Swift, charged him and hit him in the side of the face and left him with sore chops. Now, the video footage that was released of this alleged incident does not show Papa Swift's face. It doesn't even show anyone from Taylor's security's face. All we see is a scuffle, breakout, and it appears as though Ben McDonald and his camera are on the ground. That's all we see. Taylor's team did speak out and say that, you know, Taylor's security team reacted because the photographers were aggressive and they were asked to move away from the car. They weren't moving away from the car. There was also a threat about throwing a female in the water. And that is allegedly why this scuffle broke out. Also, I want to make it clear, Nicole Kidman has a restraining order against this photographer for invading her privacy, okay? So just so we know who we're dealing with here. Now, this man has done an interview with TMZ and said that he will drop his allegation against Scott Swift if Scott Swift publicly apologizes and admits to wrongdoing. I am ready for this man's 15 minutes to be up. Like, I am ready for this man to just count his losses. You tried it. You tried to come for Taylor. You tried to come for her father. And now we're done. We're over. We're ready for you to go ahead and step to the side. Like, it is too much. It's too much. I don't even know why people are giving him the time of day. I don't know why he's asking for a public apology. The video footage that he has where he is claiming this incident took place does not even show Scott Swift. Gigi, it's giving extortion. It's giving, I'll tell the police to stop investigating you if you give me what I want. And it's like, no, you've already had your 15 minutes. Eric said clout chaser for attention. That's how I feel too. Abby said he should be blacklisted. Normie said he's gonna wait a long time. Also, you guys, really quick, I wanna give a special shout out to Normie. Normie is the After Watchers literal champion, okay? Because Normie goes through and does the time codes for me on every single live and puts them in the comments. And Normie is like the MVP because you guys know I talk a lot and I also go all over the place. And the fact that Normie week after week helps me out with the time codes, like an absolute gem of a human, an icon. So Normie, please know it doesn't go unnoticed. I see you and I love you and you're the best. But very much ready for this man to leave this Papa Swift alone, leave Taylor Swift alone. And also, I'm dying. Superstar Bella said, keep Hov alive. He's 71. He is not apologizing to some creepy photographer. Exactly. Also, isn't it funny that Taylor Swift has traveled the world for how many years now and we've never heard about Papa Swift having a violent incident? Like, get real. Get real. So I'm hoping this man goes away. Also, as far as how Taylor has changed Travis in the best way, this is actually really sweet and I love this interview so much. So Dave Merritt, who is the defensive backs coach for the Chiefs, so he's a defense coach, he did an interview recently and he said that Travis has changed for the better since dating Taylor. He said, quote, "She actually affected the team in a positive way. It wasn't a negative way. Everybody was excited and Travis was happy. So when my player, a brother, is happy beside me, that helps me and that encourages me. And so Travis came in there a different man. So she helped us." Love that. Travis came in there a better man, so she helped us. I live for this because so many people, so many commentators, so many, sorry to the men in the chat, so many men have tried to paint Taylor's relationship with the NFL, Taylor's relationship with the Chiefs in a negative light. And the fact that somebody from the organization is speaking out and saying, you know what? She actually changed Travis Kelce for the better. She made him a better man, which made him a better player and made him a better teammate. I mean, that is like the highest praise I feel like anybody could say. Cass said, "Please don't apologize. We love these lives and we stayed till the end until my battery dies." Cass is like, if my battery dies at, 90 minutes and I leave early, that's why. Cass, thank you. Thank you. I know I need to stop apologizing when the lives go longer because they are really so much fun. But I always feel bad. I'm like, oh my God, I know y'all's time is precious. I know you guys have kids and partners and dinner and lunch and sleep to get for my international girlies. So I always feel bad when I go a little bit long, but thank you so much. Also, E. Dylan said, "Girl, does it count that 6 of my friends and I are watching you? OMG, 7 people on one phone." I'm going to add that to the count. I'm going to add that to the record. Also, 444 again, you guys. Make a wish. Please let this momentum continue, y'all. E. Dylan, that counts. That counts. I'm counting 7 more people to the 444, so thank you. Also, Formula Sosa, "I had a theory. What if the church and Baldwin family targeted Justin for money and fame? Wendy Williams called it out 10 years ago." Formula Sosa, I don't know. Wendy did always go hard on Justin and Hailey. I don't know. That is crazy. But I've been watching so many documentaries about stuff. Like, some churches are wild. Epic Turtle said, "My phone is messing up, but I love you guys and thank you guys so much for making my weeks a little bit brighter." Epic Turtle, thank you for making our weeks brighter. Thank you. Also, I saw you guys talking about the Pop-Tarts. That obviously made it on the rundown. So Andy Reid did an interview yesterday, and he also sang Taylor's praises for wanting to actually get in with the team and like be part of the organization. She did apparently make the offensive line homemade Pop-Tarts, which I love. That is like such a Wags thing to make baked goods. So the fact that Taylor took time out of being Taylor Swift to make Pop-Tarts for the team, like, I'm sorry, name a better human. Andy Reid did say he didn't get any of the Pop-Tarts though, so I feel like Taylor has to make another batch. She has to make another batch so he can get one. But it is giving Team Mom, Dave. It's giving Team Mom for sure in the best way possible. And I think that just goes to show that she wasn't doing this for attention. You know what I mean? She wasn't going to the games to have this big conspiracy of trying to take over the NFL and upset the Brads, Dads, and the Chads. She was literally there supporting her man wholeheartedly, making homemade goods for the team, wanting to get to know players and wanting to actually become part of Travis's life. Like, again, Jessica, exactly. This relationship is real. It is not a publicity stunt. The Taylor Swift is not taking time out of her schedule to make homemade Pop-Tarts for Travis's O-line if she didn't care, okay? Sacred Space said Taylor gets #1 wag of the year. Exactly. Jocelyn said every single player that has spoken on Taylor only has good things to say. Reporters are fishing for a negative story and they just aren't going to get one. Jocelyn, the way you are so right about that, every time these reporters, these podcast hosts, all of the things are out here asking these players, like, what was it really like? Like, what's Taylor really like? Like, what did she really tell you? McCole Hardman, our player who caught the game-winning touchdown, he recently did an interview. And they were like, we saw Taylor talk to you after the game. Like, what did she say? What did she say? And apparently the first time he met Taylor, he was doing magic tricks. And she was, like, in awe of him doing magic. And so she was telling him, like, your hands are magic. Your catch was magic. Like, you're still doing the magic on the field. Again, taking the time to get to know everyone, being herself, being down to earth, all of these things that we already knew Taylor was. But I am happy that people are hearing the positive things about her. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that they are fishing for something negative and they are not finding it. For sure. Freesia said, why would Taylor Swift be in a fake relationship for clout? This is just ridiculous. Literally, Freesia, the way I've been asking that since people have been saying that. What publicity does Taylor Swift need? Would love to know. Team Tahoe said, which I love Lake Tahoe. Hiya from Bama. I was on your very first live. Oh my God. And look at us now. We hit 500 live viewers. Can you believe? Also, really quick, you guys, Bethany Frankel. She came after Taylor and Travis. She made a video saying that she doesn't think Taylor and Travis will last because there can only be one peacock in a relationship and they're both peacocks, aka they're both dominating. Ed Kelce, which is Travis Kelce's dad, saw this video and posted about it and said, who is this troll? Okay, who is trolling his son and Taylor? And people were absolutely dying because if you guys know anything about Bethany Frankel, she was on Real Housewives of New York. But since getting off Housewives, she's kind of just been the biggest troll. She's the one who's like trying to create a union for reality TV people. She's always chirping about the housewives and just like always kind of just being a troll on the internet. She's a very successful businesswoman, which I admire that about her. She built a company from nothing. She also did it well into her 30s, which I love. But as of late, she has really been a big troll. And she actually responded to Ed Kelce calling her a troll on her podcast, saying that she understands and admires a parent coming to their child's defense. However, she wishes he would have expressed an opinion over a verbal insult. She then said, calling her a troll is amazing clickbait and yay for Travis Kelce's dad. And then she called the situation funny, a little absurd, and said, sorry, not sorry. I'm just like, Bethany Frankel, why are we trying to call out Taylor and Travis? I think it's funny that she's sitting up there being like, oh, yay, Ed Kelce, you got clicks. It's like, well, what were you trying to do talking about Taylor and Travis? You were also looking for clicks. You were also looking for clickbait. You knew making a video saying you didn't think Taylor and Travis would last because they're both peacocks. You knew that would make headlines. You knew that that would get you views and clicks. And so I just think it's funny that she's sitting up there trying to act high and mighty, being like, oh, you're welcome, Ed Kelce, for the publicity, when it's like, weren't you doing the same thing by talking about Taylor and Travis and saying they're not going to last? What goes around comes around. It's literally all the same. It is all the same. Cousin T, to quote the Housewives, money can't buy a class. And Bethany will know that because that's from Countess Luann. And Luann was also on Real Housewives of New York. So very, very interesting. I think Ed Kelce was in the right to post about it. He had no idea who he was posting about, which makes it even funnier. Obviously, don't want Ed Kelce to post too much about Taylor and Travis because then I feel like Taylor's not going to love that. But I think calling out a troll, totally fine. And I think Bethany kind of had to stick her foot in her mouth after that one for sure. Because it was just, she missed it. She missed it, she missed it, she missed it. Also, Jelena said, I just started getting into Real Housewives of Atlanta, only on episode 4. It's a great show. Jelena, I started Real Housewives of Atlanta from the beginning today as well. Because I rewatched OC, Beverly Hills, New York. I've seen New Jersey a bunch of times. So I was like, I need to start Atlanta from the beginning. I love a little like reality TV at night just to take my mind off of things. And then also, you guys know, on the treadmill, that's my reality time. I also need to start Couple to Thruple because Courtney texted me about that. It's a new show on Peacock. And apparently it's also really, really good. But you guys, is there anything else we need to talk about before we wrap this up? I see that we've already been live for over an hour and a half. Yes, don't forget Devin and Kendall. Jessica, thank you. So, you guys, there are reports that Kendall Jenner is reconciling with her ex-boyfriend, Devin Booker. They've been seen hanging out a couple times. It's in the beginning stages. Allegedly, these are sources talking to TMZ. I am not surprised to hear this. Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker have like broken up, gotten back together, broken up, gotten back together. But what's interesting is we heard that Kendall and Bad Bunny were reconciling. Was the last we heard about the status of their relationship. So right now, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I need to hear a little bit more about Kendall and Devin. We've only gotten really one report. So I feel like I need to hear a little bit more to really form an opinion on it. But as Justice said, as long as it's not Bad Bunny, I feel like Bad Bunny fans would much prefer Kendall getting back with Devin Booker as opposed to getting back with Bad Bunny. I know, Kevin, right? That should be their new couple name. If they get back together officially, I think Kendall and Devin should go by Kevin. Easy. You're welcome. Just did it for them. So we'll see. Definitely something to keep an eye on. And I don't know. We'll see. I feel like they were actually really serious when they were initially together. So there is potential there, but we'll see. We will see. But there are rumors that Kendall and Devin Booker are back together, which I know you guys will be, you Bad Bunny fans will be happy to hear about. Normie said Bad Bunny off the hook. Exactly. I know that that's good news for you guys. Also, Love is Blind. I saw George say, what are your thoughts on the new Love is Blind episodes? I did watch them in preparation for this live. Obviously did not think we were going to be breaking all of these records. I meant to talk about it at the beginning, but my thoughts on the new episodes of Love is Blind. I'm confused because Chelsea and Jimmy, Megan Fox girl, and her fiance, I'm confused because I did not think in a million years that they would actually go through with it. And now based on what I'm seeing, I think they might go through with it. So that's confusing me. I am rooting for AD and Clay. I know he has some mild red flag behavior, but I think deep down he is a good person and I think he wants to change and I think he wants to break, his family's pattern of divorce. And I really do like them together. Bye, Cass, you're totally fine. I really do like Clay and AD. Obviously, the whole situation with Jeremy and Sarah Ann and Laura. Laura is too good for these people, okay? Laura looks stunning. You can tell she has a BA job. You can tell that she is just great at everything she does. I think she's too good for Jeremy. And I think Sarah Ann can have him. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, Amy and Johnny. I know he's still hung up on the birth control conversation, but I think they're going to make it. And I was crying on the treadmill whenever Amy's father gave them the blessing. He was like, I give you guys my blessing to get married. And I absolutely was living for it. I was dying. I was crying. It was so cute. But really, really, really all around crazy episodes. I think it's crazy that we didn't see any weddings this time. Netflix is really dragging this out a lot. The fact that we are now going to see all of the weddings in one episode, this has not happened. Normally we see like a couple weddings before the last episode, but I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Oh my God, Jessica, I'm sorry I just did all these spoilers. I don't know who's going to make it. Right now, I really think only Amy and Johnny, and I think Aiden and Clay will get married. I don't know about Chelsea and Jimmy, and they're really the only ones left. We only got 3 couples left. Only 3 of them made it, so we'll see. We will absolutely see. I did also watch Vanderpump Rules. I feel like so far, and this pains me to say it, Vanderpump Rules has been a little bit of a snooze. And I don't love that we are going for a Tom Sandoval redemption arc. I'm still seeing it. I don't love it. And it's just weird to see him like continue to defend Raquel when we know they're not together in real life. So definitely interesting, for sure. Also, I saw Dave post, Richard Lewis passed. The world just got a little bit less funny. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking sad. Ugh, did that just break a little bit ago? Oh, that is so sad. Definitely thoughts and prayers to him. I know, that is so, so sad. Kate, on that note, I feel like I gotta wrap this up as well. Gotta go run some errands, but love you guys. See you next time. Madison, really happy for you today, and always abso-freaking-lutely. Kendra said, I actually liked Jimmy, but I was shocked by the fact he had a serious relationship with one of his girlfriends. I've written Jimmy off whenever he said his 2 best friends that he wanted to introduce Chelsea to were 2 girls who he's only known for 2 years, and now come to find out he hooked up with one of them. Red flags, Jimmy. Red flags. But you guys, that is all I have for you on this happy hour hang. What a freaking fun happy hour hang. The fact that we're 100 minutes in and we still have 360 people here, absolutely, absolutely crazy. You guys, thank you so, so, so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. I want to see all 500 of you back on Monday when we do this live on Monday. All 500. I want to see everyone again. Monday at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. You guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Make sure y'all are following me over on Instagram and TikTok. I also have Snapchat at MadisonHill93. Like I said, do not forget to tune in on Monday for another live happy hour hang. Everyone, please tune in. 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Also, check out my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being incredible. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for getting the word out. Thank you for just being you. I appreciate you more than you know. You are helping my dreams come true. I love y'all. This is really the year of the House of Hill. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.